Hard work needs hard rest.
Harrider Newsflash. Good evening, Madame Herta fans. This is an urgent broadcast. The great Madame Herta, member 83 of the Genius Society, has been targeted in an attack at the space station. Her current whereabouts are unknown, with no group having stepped forward to claim responsibility. Many Heritors are upset at the ineptitude of upper management, having issued strong protest and condemnation.
Mr. Scrollum, this was a premeditated attack.
Conclusion. Their target was the space station, but their strategies are still unknown to us.
That's right. Which is precisely why we need her. The last to lay eyes on Herta's puppet before the attack was her.
And you are?
This is Dr. Ratio of the Intelligentsia Guild, a delegate from the IPC.
She's only just woken up, dazed. She may need a few pointers. Ah, we cross paths again. Do you remember me?
Miss Trailblazer, you must have many questions.
You probably know the gist of things already. A few system hours ago, one of Madame Herta's puppets was attacked by an unknown perpetrator. We don't know the... No. The attack happened on a base outside the state. She's away on a visit. This issue didn't...
She received an invitation from the IPC before the attack occurred.
Ah, the technology department. Charming little place, isn't it? Madame Yabuli does possess some semblance of competence, but her subordinates? Oh, they're a riot. They want to start some new collaborations with Herta, and have graciously extended an invite for me to play the role of science. However, this attack was timed a little too well. I can't help but want...
I've long heard that you're one of the best researchers in the guild, Dr. Ratio. We are honored to have your assistance.
Save your flattery. Time is hardly a luxury we can squander. To debate the merits of mere mortals in the company of an actual genius? Excuse me, you. Tell me, what were you doing the last time you saw that puppet? Don't play the fool.
I think I was...
Oh, right. I need your help with something else. That curio's gone missing, and let me describe it again in case you forgot. Send me a signal when you see train.
I think she mentioned something important. If only there were some hint.
Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for a bit. Go ask Asta if you want.
My memory's kind of hazy. What did I do? This is what I recall before I met... Let me try...
A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body. Maybe the researchers at the department Hinkle and are around here somewhere. I'd suggest you ask them about it.
Asta seems to have mentioned 2 names. 2 researchers from the departments of ecology and insight.
Those despicable villains. Ugh. If I discover who... A curio that's alive but doesn't... Oh, nowadays people call them wubbaboos? Well, I might be the department... Adler would be of more help, but he's been investigating... I must say, it's a little... We've been through a huge crisis and are still... People are growing more and more distrustful of the management. Never mind, I shouldn't be telling you that.
Adler. Right, that... I ran into Arlen. Adler was with him. It was at... Adler was with Arlen. They were...
What? He went to the scene alone with Peppy?
Calm down, Brother Arlen. I know you're...
We're walking the dog.
We're having a walk.
Like...
So I'm the dog?
They seem to be hiding...
Is there some...
Oh, really? What a coincidence. We're looking for him, too. That kid sure is brave, running straight to the scene on his own. Yes, well, Brother Arlen...
Let's walk and talk. Why are you looking for Adler? A lost curio. I see. He'll be able to help. Careful. The fragmentum in this area is very unstable. Over there! As I thought, he's in trouble. Let's go!
Help me improve. Bladed flight.
Naughty child. Nap time.
Time for an overhaul.
You won't get away.
Just a little something. Think nothing of
it. Strike with heart.
Time for a shot.
Bladed flight. You won't get away.
I have something for you.
Practice is over. Swords descend.
Naughty child. That's better.
Much obliged. Strike with heart!
Nap time.
How many can you block? Blade and flight!
Perhaps you still... Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
I'm okay.
Time for a shot.
Strike with heart!
Just a little something. Think nothing of it. Nap time.
Time for swordplay! Swords descend!
Peppy! Are...
That's me! What's up?
She wants to ask you something about... I'll leave you to it. Adler, Peppy,
Don't worry. I think I figured something out. So, which curio... That's all you got? Well, there's beauty in the Have you asked the Department of... Huh, she's not wrong. Huh. Now that you mention it, I have a... Let's call it a day. Wait for me.
Adler seems to have gotten a lead, but... Let's go over it from the start. I may have overlooked something. My memories of Arlen and Adler.
A curio that's alive, but does... How's it going? Did you find... I see. Is that what Hinkle and... think? See? My reason... Anxious, me? After the Legion's invasion, the space station has been under... Some researchers have been... Things had settled down a bit with the reconstruction. Yes. 4 researchers have inexplicably disappeared in a matter of... People were just starting to regain their footing after the catastrophe. However, as you can see, rebuilding trust is harder than establishing it. Anyway, the most... that's okay, but thank you for the... Oh, by the way, I heard about the thing...
So I did consult someone else other than Hinkle. The other person should be from the Department of Insight. I need to remember who it is. The other person should be from the Department... Identifying that person is crucial. It could be the key to making sense of everything.
Hey, what brings you here?
I'm not...
It's all taken care of. Here's the account you asked for. Oh, you flatter me. Small scale. Best left un...
Again?
Here too. Did my memory piece together? Now I remember. The other person is Emily. She was at the base zone. What did Emily say?
I say, I've no need to be modest, though I confess I did. See this material here? I'm not getting any younger.
Again?
Oh, another smart look.
Huh. Asta told you to find me? A curio that doesn't... However, I've heard of such a species. A colleague who came... don't get me wrong. I was merely relaying information. I didn't mean I'd help you.
The Xianzhou species Emily mentioned seems to be what inspired Adler. The Xianzhou species Emily mentioned seems to be...
Have you asked the Department of... Huh.
Huh?
She's not... Ah, that's right! They're called Heliobi! I guess you could... Huh. Now that you mention... Let's call it a day.
I figured you'd come to me. I'm sorry. The situation...
Just as I thought. I vaguely remember.
I'm sorry. The situation... I see. Could you all... I'll be honest with you. There's only one clue. That means that every victim's disappeared. The words they used were...
Spontaneous combustion of the human body. That is most likely the... I need to go over it from...
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's an... Send me a signal when you see traces.
I think she mentioned some... If only there were some hints.
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. Send me a signal when you see traces. That's not the point. I wouldn't be bothering anyway. Keep up the good work. I need to go out.
I commend your stamina for recounting that interminable tale. You must be exhausted. My ear. So, to sum it up, the last time you laid eyes on Herta was in her office. She sent you on a wild goose chase for some trinket, the curio. After which you knew nothing else. If that's the narrative you're sticking to, then indulge me. Who, pray tell, can substantiate this captivating drama?
Affirmation. We can ask Herta herself.
Well, if you lace up those boots and start sprinting now, you might just catch the IPC shuttle in 4 system hours. But...
Mr. Ratio, your style of questioning would seem...
Apologies. It's an unfortunate habit of mine. When one is immersed in academic research, it is also the most efficient method, judging from my experience. Seeking answers with a negative hypothesis in mind is still valid reason. If she is truly innocent, she can clear her name. Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment. And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name.
Herta didn't mention the name of the curio. However, she did give a thorough description of the curio.
True.
Why do I feel like a...
And the assignment involves a curio that... Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet, she singles...
I doubt Herta is interested...
Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment. And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name.
I remember now. Back then.
That's enough. And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have Herta's collection. An endless trove of
The curio isn't the point. Herta.
I would imagine the curio is the creation of a genius.
Yes. That seems logical. Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost curio. However, she decided to hold her tongue until now?
Mr. Ratio, it's because...
I'm asking her, Lady Asta. Your testimony went out the window however. So what's the story? Are you full of fanciful fiction? Or is Asta the one hoarding secrets like they're going out of style?
Conjecture.
Then you said you asked us, however. So what's the story? Are you full of fanciful fiction? Or is Asta...
Asta isn't trying to hide anything. It's because of her...
What could be more in...
I agreed for Mr. It's okay.
So what's the story? Are you full of fanciful...
The space station has been very distrustful of its... Another severe incident would further intensify...
Oh. So that explains why Lady Asta approved of my part. They wouldn't be partial to anyone, but would still act. Researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes, I've heard the responsibility of sorting out that mess. Clearly, though, it bears no connect. Cut the act. You're perfectly
Doubt me all you like. I'm just an outsider. You and I are no different. We both...
Oh? Cut the act. You're perfectly aware of the point I'm making. Clearly, though, it bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked.
No. If I recall correctly, Asta said, one of Matt don't know the location.
She did say that, but then what?
There should be evidence. The space station's automatic fire suppression system was momentarily activated.
Huh. But
that's what's so odd about it. This may not be direct evidence, but then there's ample...
If these two incidents were caused by the same person, then the suspicion put on you...
We'll see in the main control room.
Harrider Newsflash. This is an urgent broadcast. I repeat, this is an urgent broadcast. News has finally emerged regarding the attack on Madame Herta. The Annihilation Gang has claimed responsibility for the incident and warned of further activity. The Guild has expressed utmost condemnation.
The gods of the starry skies have abandoned the world. They give no thought to the masses. Only the wounded savior can bathe the world in the firelight of destruction. Yet always there are cowards trying in vain to reject their favor and escape the wounds. Flee then. Flee as far as you can. No matter the distance, annihilation will find you.
This is...
A declaration of war, and an announcement of what's to come. They have set their sights on you. The legions in...
This Duke Inferno Ifrit is a life form that hails from Fatora, a world long since destroyed.
A group of pitiful lunatics. I like Dr. Primitive's assessment. The fire demons have a cruel temper and instinctively ignite and destroy items. Ifrit is particularly evil and
Chapella Brotherhood.
On the Stellaron Hunters wanted posters, they stand accused of
The Japella Palace crumbled in the scorching flames. Something similar is about to happen here. Spontaneous That video will soon circulate. And this station's...
The destruction of...
I'm afraid you need to start acting now. You have a superior strategy? Pray tell, do we set...
If we did that, we'd be at a disadvantage. I'll stay here and try to contain the news as best I can.
Hard work needs hard rest.
Not good. This is serious.
A list of the missing research...
Sure, but the security department already combed through their backgrounds and personal relationships. We didn't...
A list of the missing... Take it. Remember these names. Find a friend who's tuned into the gossip. I don't know.
What else do you need me to do?
Take me to the one who knows the most about curios with...
I didn't really notice at first. Adler's, but it's been a few system hours, and I still can't reach him. The last time I saw him was in the master control zone.
Lead the way. You said Adler was on the verge of a discovery, yet couldn't confirm if his disappearance is also related to the case.
True. The key words that got Adler thinking were energy, life forms. We need to investigate this.
Jerk! 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 Fine! Disappear! I don't ever... Adler, he's been acting really weird recently. Oh, he doesn't even answer me when I speak to him.
What did he talk about?
He kept saying the word...
Phrase.
Who said I want him back? But if you want to find him, I don't know exactly what he's searching...
Your countenance suggests... So the researchers who disappeared were at the forefront of challenging management. I finished browsing through this booklet while you were replying to messages. It's time to go back and chat with Lady...
Managed to grab some sleep now? Don't burn yourself out.
You're back. I've been monitoring the dark web. I barely managed to stop the video from spreading. The incident hasn't grown.
Less than promising. We're running out of time. Let's retrace us. First, Adler's disappearance. He must have come across some vital information.
I understand.
Tenuous connection. First, Adler's disappearance.
Adler also.
You think that Adler's...
Indeed. And I are at first. Adler's... The next angle is what the victims have in common.
Distasteful discussion.
A mere glance at their background would indicate they however, after browsing through their online Lady Asta must... The next angle is what the victims have in common, distasteful as that discussion may be. Last is the abilities of Duke Inferno.
The link between the
First, Adler's disappearance. He must have...
I understand.
Tenuous connection. First, Adler's The next angle is what the victims have in common, distasteful as that discussion may be.
I understand.
Tenuous connect. The next angle, last, is the... You probably already know the fire demon of Fatora. The last is the abilities of Duke Inferno and the... During prior unrest, instigated by the Everflame Mansion, the flickering tongues of Duke Inferno's fire carrying us... Look. This booklet describes a kind of fire that can phase through dimensions, claiming it the kindling of this unique flame must be the missing... I fear that this is the truth Adler Undoubtedly, the curio heard and Adler already discovered the relationship between spontaneous... I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered. When Schurling said, I believe this word was actually, as a scion of the phase flame, Duke Inferno would naturally share similar... That is the truth of the We don't know where the victims went, but Duke Inferno and the sudden and consecutive disappearances provided the best Once the seed of unrest has sprouted, he will then send out an announcement for an imminent... The next step would be to ignite the spark. Look at those researchers who disappeared. What would happen if someone realized their similarities? I need say no more.
It was all a premeditated trap to stir up chaos on the space station.
We're running out of time.
This...
No, it isn't enough.
Indeed, it needs one more spark.
What do you mean?
If you limit your involvement to this, there's still room for excuses. I wouldn't give you the chance.
Could it be?
Huh? What is it?
Stay calm. Astу was merely teleported. Her life, based on first-hand experience, I have ascertained that Ifrit's flame is simply a splinter of the primordial phase.
That flame must still be somewhere inside the station. Find it, and we'll find a way to bring her back.
A splinter, you say? The arrogance of the gifted is charming in its own way. Try then if you must.
It seems that Duke Inferno didn't deign to personally grace the space station. He merely cast infernal fire into our midst to wreak havoc among the researchers.
I will head to Herta's office and activate the folded space in the curio storage room. With some changes to its Mr. Ratio, please.
Infernal fire is also a form of energy life form. The imaging device will pick up its trace. Follow it. For the theater of the mediocre. The way is awash with flames. Be careful. Get ready to dash into... See? It's still in the space station. Like Screwlum's, do you know what to do with cornered prey?
Shift the balance.
Let's wait and see.
The fire is dying.
It's still resisting. The fold and the... The flame is getting weaker. Duke Inferno...
What?
Seems... It's over.
Ignorant fools blindly chasing the... It is little wonder that even the descent of the sea. But next time...
A small fragment of consciousness in there is gone. Oh? Ah, the banal theatrics of stalling. Let's not, shall we?
Answer me!
How many can you block? Blade and flight!
Annihilate.
Your answers?
Test. 0 points.
I underestimated you. Eternal sleep.
The dead return!
Time for swordplay!
You chose the wrong enemy.
Got the defense? Answer me.
SAS per Kibbe.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Impressive!
Receive divinity.
Thanks. I'll never forget you. I'm not afraid of you.
Hide. 0 points.
I want to protect everyone. Help me, Mr. Tora.
I'll see you off.
I'm asking questions.
Test.
Practice is over. Swords descend! I'm okay. How many can you block?
Your answers?
Answer me. Target threat annihilate.
Not bad. Repay.
5 points.
Time for swordplay. Blade and flight!
So this is the extent of miscreants materializing from the Inferno. Seems like Dr. Primitive wasn't wrong.
A one-time enemy. Strike with heart.
You chose the wrong enemy.
I need to...
Hide.
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Tora.
Nothing major.
The fire is weakening. It's preparing to flee. You, keep your eye out for Lady Asta's whereabouts. SAS.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
I'm okay. How many can you block? Blade and flight!
I'll see you
Practice
off.
is over. Swords descend!
0 points. Stay back, Clara. Annihilate.
I want to protect everyone. Help me, Mr. Tora.
Mission combat. A miracle. Mission combat.
Strike the park!
Stay back, Clara. Hide.
Receive divinity.
Thanks. I'll never forget you.
Stay back, Clara.
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Sora.
I'm asking questions.
Blade and flash!
Let's settle this.
Answer me. 0 points.
Eternal sleep is
The dead returned!
I'm okay. Time for swordplay. Strike the park.
Your answers?
Good work. Rest assured, Asta only had a front. While you were chasing the enemy, the security department also found. It was all thanks to They fell into a spatial curio and could not leave until the Department of Ecology. Many of them were shaken by their experience when Arlen found. Yes, it is. This business is over, and I believe, but there is one mystery that. I've been waiting.
Fallout from this incident remains. Surely you have plenty of pressing matters to attend to. Or is this...
Answer. That is exactly why I came. After all, the principal figure in this whole affair.
When did you start to doubt?
When one is immersed in academic research, I've had the same bad habit as you since the beginning, Mr. Ratio.
I must say, I'm quite honored, Mr. Screwlam. But do explain, why are...
For curiosity's sake. Affirmation. I made...
Oh, and...
Objectively speaking, aside from some minor spiritual trauma, no researchers were hurt in this. Logic? A third party saved.
Had I not fortuitously acquired a spark of the phase flame and intervened in Duke Inferno's teleportation, those...
You are more candid than I can...
But still behaving within your calculations, no. One last question, Screwlam. Genius...
I cannot be sure and can only hypothesize. Helping the weak hints at, and pulling the strings from behind the curtain is akin to...
The ruler of planet Screwlam is indeed well versed in the human mind. To stand aside and observe is the best treatment one can give. There is the path of erudition has neither reason nor logic. While geniuses wander among the stars, the ordinary can't, but even a life marked by failure is a life worth living. It is only in moments of solitude. I have a fastidious nature. I cannot stand fools, idiots, or imbeciles. Seeing them fills me with dread.
You wish to uproot the researchers' blind worship of geniuses.
I am only laying out my question. Pursuit tinged with negativity is still pursuit.
You are indeed more like a medical doctor.
As for the spark,
I believe Asta will
It is also a lesson. With that, I take my leave. I look forward to a farce full of trivial concerns. Ultimately, they're just mediocre minds.